everyone, welcome to Fridays with Fri. Today, we are going to be cooking one of Optimal Nutrition's most popular dishes. We are going to be preparing our turkey and green chili quesadillas. Amazing for lunch, great for dinner, plus great for kids. We have our fresh vegetables. We have bell peppers, jalapenos, limes, onions, garlic. We have some pepper jack cheese, chili powder, cayenne pepper, and pinto beans. Easy to remember. Now, I'm going to start off with some diced onions in a pan that's hot. How do you know it's hot? When you put the onions in it and it sizzles, it's hot. Put it in. I'm going to cook it. I will add the green bell peppers to it. And I'm just going to cook it until it's kind of soft. Now you don't want it extremely brown because remember you're still going to recook it again. So you're going to cook it twice. You're going to cook the filling. Once the filling is cooked, we're going to then put it in a tortilla and then stick it in the oven until it gets crunchy. Why we're doing turkey is because it's a healthier meat. There's less fat in it, it's leaner, and it just tastes better in my opinion. Now you can use beef, you can use pork, you can use whatever you want. But since we're making the turkey and green chili quesadillas, we kind of have to use turkey. So now I'm going to take some salt and season this. Always season your food. It never comes seasoned. Some black pepper and season it. I'm going to toss everything together so all that flavor is combined. Garlic is a natural aromatic, so when you add it to food, kind of gives it a good smell and flavor. And you can never go wrong with garlic just because it's actually good for your body too. So I'm cooking everything together, just mixing it until the turkey is just slightly almost done. Now, why just slightly almost done? Only because I'm still putting that back in the oven. So now that that's working, I am going to show you a few little tricks of how to get your stuff ready to make your dish. Onion. Biggest complaint with onion is, it always makes me cry when I slice it. Well, that's because you're probably not using a sharp enough knife. Trick with onion is, whenever you cut into it, the juice flies back up. So, if your knife is not sharp enough and it's not cutting it clean, and you're kind of sawing into the onion, more juice comes out of it. So a sharp knife, take off the tips, just like I did, cut it in half. Put that aside, we don't need that. Now you're going to peel it. Onions come in layers, so all we're doing is we're going to peel off a layer of the onion and throw it away. Put your knife through like this to cut all those layers in squares. After you've done that, you're just going to run your knife through it, and now you have diced onion. If I was trying to dice a bell pepper, and I was trying to like make squares off of this while it's like all round and just hard to work with, it's going to take me a longer time to do it than if I had a flat plane. So now to make a flat plane, all I'm doing is, just like the onions, take off the ends. I'm going to run my knife through it. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to separate it. Now, this is what you don't want. The seeds and that white part, you don't really want that. You don't like chewing on seeds, it gets stuck in your teeth, it's a mess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten it. I'm going to lift up my knife. I'm going to run my knife through the white part. And it's gone. Now I have a flat plane. Now that I have a flat plane, I'm then going to run my knife through it again. And now I have sticks. It's easier to make dice shapes with sticks because it's only a step away from being a square. So now I'm going to rotate the peppers. I'm going to run my knife through it again. And now I have diced bell peppers. So that's number 2. We have diced up jalapenos as well, which now we're going to add into the mix. The reason why I'm not cooking the jalapenos all the way through in this saute pan is I don't want all that spiciness to come out right now. I want it to come out when I put it in the oven, just so all the flavors mix in. So now this mixture is almost ready. The only thing that's missing is my pinto beans. So I have my pinto beans now. I'm gonna toss it, and then I'm gonna add my dry spices. Now again, you can use whatever dry spice you want, but because the dish is what the dish is, we are only going to add some cayenne pepper and a little bit of chili powder. And then we're going to toss it. Take some lime juice, and I'm going to squeeze it in. It will give you like a freshness, be a good flavor. Only because there's going to be cheese in it, you want to kind of balance out that richness with some sort of freshness. And I'm going to take some tortillas. In this case, we are using spelt tortillas as opposed to your regular tortillas. The good thing about spelt tortillas is for people that have sensitivity to wheat gluten, there is gluten in spelt tortillas, but it doesn't have the wheat gluten. Okay? So people that have extreme sensitivity to it can use this instead. The good thing about this recipe is it's very flexible. I'm going to take my filling. This is my filling. Okay? I'm going to get some cheese. You don't want to go overkill on this. You just want to use the cheese as kind of like a binder. So put it down on the quesadilla. Take a little bit more cheese. Again, there's 2 layers of it. There's the bottom and the top. So if you're using the cheese to make it stick, you just don't want to put it on the bottom just because the top won't stick. So I will sprinkle it on the top. This part of the tortilla is going to get crunchy to begin with. Now all we have to do is make the top crunchy. If you have your oven set at 350 and have it preheated, all you have to do is put it on the heated up pan. So you can hear it sizzles. That means it's hot. Put the quesadilla in the oven. If you can, do you hear that? Yeah, that's crunchiness. That is crunchiness. Perfect. So we didn't even need to sear it. Just stick it in the oven, it gets crunchy. So now that I have the quesadilla, I'm going to spruce it up. Always make the plate look better than it's supposed to look, just because if someone's going to eat it, they're going to want to eat it more if it looks good on the plate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some cabbage. Very easy to work with. Comes in a lot of nice colors. In this case, we're going to use red. The plate and kind of spread it out, but not too spread out so it's all over the plate. Because again, it's not really a salad, it's a quesadilla. So now that I have my island with my cabbage, I will take my freshly made, hot, good tasting quesadilla, and I will cut it in half. Now, you notice I only have 1 quesadilla here. But then again, when you serve it, you don't want to serve 1 quesadilla just because that's what you have. Make it look better by cutting it in smaller pieces. That way, it even looks like you got more on your plate. So now that I've panned everything, I have my red, my black, my golden brownish white, and my green. And that's my optimal nutrition turkey and green chili quesadillas. Again, this is Cooking Fridays with Fri, and that's our dish.